thank you for that. Thank you, everybody, and the organizers for giving me a few minutes here to introduce some of you to IAGSA, or to just give some of you who are already aware of IAGSA just a bit of an update what we're doing with the RPAS in the RPAS realm. So thank you very much. As Dennis said, my name is Lance Martin. I'm the Chief Operating Officer of IAGSA, the International Airborne Geophysics Safety Association. I've been in the role here about 11 years now, and 20 some years as a safety professional in the industry, airborne geophysics industry with Fugro, CGG, and then moving into IAGSA a number of years ago. So that's a bit about me. I think I've seen quite a few familiar names on the list here. Others I don't know, so great to meet you. So enough about me. I just have a few minutes. I wanted to introduce you to IAGSA and what we're doing. I'll just go ahead with this. And are you able to see that?
Oh, yeah, no.
Okay.
There. Yeah.
It's up now.
Perfect. Okay. So who is IAGSA? Well, IAGSA is a nonprofit. We were incorporated in 1995 by some leaders in the airborne geophysics safety industry after a particularly nasty couple of years of accidents. They got together and said, look, we need to work collectively to address this. And IAGSA was born with the vision of promoting and enhancing safety within the airborne geo survey industry. There's a couple of different membership categories we call active and associate. Active are solely the survey companies completing the surveys. We have probably about 85% of all the global survey companies are members of IAGSA. The second level of membership category is associate, and that includes exploration companies, government agencies. Here in Ontario, we have the Geological Survey of Ontario is a member. We have Geoscience Australia is a member as well. Aviation groups, so helicopter and aviation service providers, safety consultants and geophysics consultants. And in the last couple of years, we've brought on a couple of RPAS operators, and I see a couple of you in attendance today, so great to see you. We're managed largely by the executive and technical committees who are volunteers from our member groups. The executive obviously sets the trend and direction for IAGSA and deals with governance issues. The technical committee digs into the safety policies, procedures, recommendations, tools, and that sort of thing. The association has one full-time person, and that's me as the Chief Operating Officer. So I work between the executive and the technical committees. So what we do, we develop standards and recommended practice related to the operation of aircraft using geosurvey, of course. We have not developed any standards or practices related to RPAS. We do have a section in our manual that speaks to what should be contained in an RPAS risk management process, very similar to what you've seen many other standards out there. So we provide a central clearinghouse for the exchange of safety information. We organize meetings and seminars to resolve issues. We have a safety manual, number of appendices and different tools that are really meant to be an industry-wide approach. We're not the highest safety standard in the world, but we aim to really level the playing field and have everybody sort of operating at a common set of practices. And obviously, we try to push that the safety aspect all the time, but we really want to make sure that people are committed to doing what they say they're going to do, and it's not the highest, most safest standard in the world, but it's done very well. We maintain a central database of accidents, incidents, and safety actions, and we distribute information on those accidents and incidents or developments within the industry. And we work with the client and provider companies to develop common safety standards again. and obviously maintain cooperative relations and represent the industry's interest to regulatory authorities and other similar agencies such as the BARS Group, Aviation Safety Committee for oil and gas producers, and similar like-minded groups. We're up to about 65 members now globally. You can see we're predominantly located in those areas where there's heavy mining activity, but we are spread out across the globe quite nicely, the exception of really China or Asia and Russia in the Far East. Here's just a little example of some of the things that we collect and distribute. So this is the flight activity for 2021. It's depicted here with rotary or helicopter on top, fixed wing on the bottom, and then the trend line is all the hours. So that's the split by percentage, helicopter fixed wing, and then the total hours. It's interesting. You can see we've taken a bit of a hit in the last few years in terms of activity, but we are rebounding from 2020 to 2021, and all indications are it's going to be even busier this year. So we do that. This is just a quick chart. It's very busy, but it's just tracking accidents across fixed wing, helicopter, and then combined fatal, and then list of accident reports and number of reports through your rolling average. If I go back this year forward, so for 2022 data, we will be reporting RPAS hours and kilometers flown as well. We started to collect that data last year in our annual activity submission. And as you might expect, the hours in line, kilometers flown were extremely small within our sort of traditional manned aircraft membership. But we expect that that's obviously going to climb dramatically in the next few years. So we want to be able to be the group that's capturing this activity and incident data and communicating lessons learned, new standards, new ideas, new technologies within the geophysics industry. And this is just sort of a dump of a bunch of different things that we track on manned aircraft presently. Give you an idea of, we're looking to generate stats for accident rates, fatal rates, how many fatalities per 100 hours flown, 100,000 hours flown, etc., for different types and number and type of engine on the aircraft platform. So this is interesting data for us to look at. We obviously pull that down, distill that down a little further within the technical committee and look for areas that we can improve upon. And I think with that, is my 10 minutes is up, is just a very, very quick introduction to IAGSA and sort of a plea to become involved in the data collection and on the safety front. If you'd like to learn more, you can reach us at www.iagsa.ca or email myself, martin@iagsa.ca. And with that, I will end and say thank you very much for this quick overview of IAGSA, and would love to have more RPAS operators. And please reach out and we can talk about membership obligations and costs and benefit. And I'd love to hear from you. Cheers. Have a nice day. Thanks.